to the Sad Dads Club podcast. Here's everybody's favorite sad dads, Jim and Foo.
You know, every time the joke comes up, like I don't like to use that joke with you very often, just because I think it's...
Well, now there's a second half of the joke.
I know, but
now it's two parts.
I know, but it's still... Like, I have made the joke. I'm not saying I haven't.
Right.
But I'm saying that when I do, I still cringe at myself.
Oh.
And so I try to avoid it as often as possible because I just think it's... My mom's alive, so fucking whatever. But, like... It just feels very disrespectful.
You know...
and so I try to avoid it for that reason.
What was funny is...
And it wasn't me this time.
Right. And
so,
yeah, and I came right back after your son said something.
I know.
And then I couldn't quite tell if he was like he really just found out that my mom...
He did, because we had a conversation. I said something I don't know, it got brought up in conversation about something about your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom. Specifically, I said, no, she passed away. Oh, when did that happen? And I said, it was a few years ago, it was a while ago. And he's like, oh. We were over there, I think, last weekend just swimming, and somehow it got brought up, and I don't know what the conversation even was that got it there. And then I was like, oh, that's funny that he brought it up again today, like knowing that.
Yeah. Your mom joke, yeah. What was it? Here's what was weird, because this was the ties. I made my quip back, whatever it was, like an Ash joke or something, an urn, or something about urns.
Yeah.
And then he said, I can't remember, he followed up with something like, I'm sorry, I think. Or I can't remember what it was, like I hope, I can't remember what it was.
That can be looked up.
And actually it's important so that way I have context of what I'm going to say next.
Well...
Good luck with that, I think. Or, hey, welcome to Sad Dads Club Podcast, episode 300. Oh,
well, I didn't realize how much other conversation.
I'm the Lord Foo.
There it is.
Wow.
Ashes are with my sister, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I break for Foo's mom, he says.
Yes.
And then there's some other comment, and you said right into the urn.
Right.
And then he says, I didn't even know she had passed until a few days ago, which is true, because, and I swear that he knew this already, but he probably forgot. And he says, is this recent? And then he was curious, is the urn sitting on your work desk like a trinket?
Right.
Some of us have a Ford Ranger Hot Wheel, and some have urns.
Right.
And
the ashes are with my sister.
Yeah.
Oh well, then a triple belated condolences, I guess. Okay, so now I really what I had started typing was a very like a response to condolences, I guess.
Yeah.
And it started off with she did her best.
Yeah. I mean, you could have said that.
I did, but then I was like, well, fuck, we're just fucking around, and I don't know like how deep I want it to get. And really, it comes from a place of the last couple weeks I've been playing disc golf with my brother on Saturdays early morning.
Right.
And you know, I don't. He's a young father with two young girls going into the 8th grade. He's busy. He does a lot of commuting to Grass Valley. He does. Handyman construction work. He's busy. He gets home and he's tanked. The girls are his number one thing. My family is my number one thing. So I have a good relationship with my brother, but he's very busy and I'm very busy. And this was like an odd, well, we should be, he's like, he just asked. He's like, are you still working? Like, come on out Saturday and and I'm like, fuck, I have no excuses anymore. Fucking why not? So we went out.
Yeah.
And there's some context of why he was all of a sudden free. But it was like, let's do it. Fuck it. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, it gets me out doing something physical.
You just watched the Yes Man movie, didn't you?
Yes Man?
Yeah. The Jim Carrey movie where he says yes to everything.
Oh. I had no more excuses. So there was some, he brought up some stuff that I hadn't really thought about in a long time. He was enough years behind me that by the time I was out of high school, he was still at Clear Creek. There was enough of an age gap there.
Does Clear Creek go through junior high?
It goes through 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was done and out of Bear River, I think, for 2 years. So then I immediately left the house.
So he's like 6 years younger than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Chico right out of high school. And then, so I was away for that first year and a half to 2 years. I was out of the house. And then I didn't do well at Chico State. So then it was like, I have a year and change worth of student loans. I'll stay in school because I don't really want to start making payments on the student loans. So then I went to Butte Junior College that took some credits, but then I had to get a job. So then I was commuting. So you weren't around. I wasn't around.
Yeah.
And he was just young enough that we didn't hang out. Like our stuff didn't align.
Yep.
Not that I didn't like him. It was just that I was old enough. I was outside of his circle, like his interest circle. And then he got to high school. He found his own interests, and then he did Full Sail. So he went to Florida to do extended education stuff in computer animation. So then so we were on way different paths.
Totally different things.
Completely different things.
Yeah.
He was, as a big brother, I think I dropped some balls. And he didn't directly say it, and maybe he doesn't feel it, but in retrospect, I think I dropped some balls. Because I think he felt alone at the house.
Mm-hmm.
My mom left. She was gone. My dad became a single parent whose job was in Vacaville. So my dad got up at 4:35, commuted 4 days a week, got home, made dinner for him, and then rinse, repeat.
Right.
Kelly left the house. I was gone. And we're in the country. So it's not like sidewalks. Your neighbor is a football, baseball throw away.
Yeah.
There was no one in the valley anymore at his age. And it like stung a bit.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew what he was saying and how I would process it. But there was I think I fucked up as a big brother some. I don't know if he feels that way, and it's been taking me the last couple of weeks to figure out how I'm gonna check in with him specifically to see if I need to make some serious apologies or amends, or it was more just that he didn't have anybody at the time. So it's taken some time, and like how, not that I'm anxious about talking to him about it. It's just I'm not quite sure. I need to, obviously it's taken me 10 minutes to figure out how I'm going to phrase that.
Yeah.
So when your son said the thing, it's like the last couple weeks, there's been like a kick, like, listen.
Yeah.
Up until a point, my mom did her best. I had no complaints.
Yeah.
There was a point in time where that changed and she bounced. There was a period of disappointment, frustration, and hurt. But I was forced so fast into being a brother parent that I just had to push past it. So, and then in my young adult life, I processed it. Still disappointed. It sucked. But I hold no ill will. I made my amends.
Yeah. Now you just make the jokes.
Right.
Yeah.
The last chunk of her time here, she was not a parent to me.
Yeah.
I don't hold that against her. I'm not mad about it. My dad picked up the slack, and my dad is amazing. So I would not have probably the relationship I have with my dad without my mother bouncing.
Right.
I'll take that. I would not trade that for anything, because the relationship I have with my dad is probably, outside of Venus and the kids, the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
Period. Full stop. So I started to get like a paragraph deep into that thing. I'm like, well, with that context,
do I need to say?
Yeah. Do I need to say this? I would tell it to his face, only to make sure that in the context of like text, he would understand. I'm not trying to like, what did the kids say now? Like, I'm not trying to trauma dump on him. I'm just trying to say, listen, the jokes aside, when someone like that, or someone that important to your life, does something that disappoints you, it doesn't have to mean that the end result is that they're a terrible person. It just means you went your separate ways, and you do need to find a way to make healthy how it ends. I think that's super important. Like, to harbor a never-ending, just putrid hate for someone it's probably unhealthy. So you need to figure out how to make an amends to it. Whether it's just like, I wrote them off and I don't think about it and they're not important to me, or you figure out how to therapy or talk. I don't know, but anyway, as long as he understood that, the jokes aside, like, my mother is still a target for your mom jokes. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, like I said, I desperately don't care for it.
And that's true. That's fair.
I mean, I think I've mentioned it on several occasions. Like, if the mom jokes come up, like, I typically don't like mom jokes in general. I mean, I say that, but at home we do the, like, your mom's a blah, blah, blah.
Right.
We do that a lot.
Right.
That's just stupid shit.
Sure.
But when there's, first of all, a relationship thing.
Yes.
And then also the fact that she has passed away.
Yes.
That's tougher, I think.
And to your point, like, I don't make your mom jokes to Mike. Because his mom passed away from suicide.
Yes.
So in that relationship I have with them, your mom jokes directed at Mike are 100% off the table.
Right.
We've never had this conversation where because I don't think he would be okay. It's not something that he entertains.
Yeah.
I might make a your wife joke.
Oh yeah.
But I would never make a your mom joke.
Does he?
What?
Ever do a your mom joke?
No, I don't think he does.
Interesting. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. It's such a there's a little bit of a rawness there that, like, I try to avoid it and I don't know. I don't feel like jabbing the guy who has had that situation in his life about that situation is doing anybody any good.
No, yeah.
And I'm not saying I haven't made the joke, but I have internally cringed like hell.
Oh,
and if I have made the joke, I have internally cringed.
Really?
And did not enjoy it.
Oh.
Honestly. It's not something.
Do you feel that way with the mom jokes coming back at you?
I don't care from my perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. But I do have a similar. It's funny because my little brother is 6 years younger than I am. And I also have this sort of. I left the house and felt guilty about it.
Mm-hmm.
But also, my little brother was quote unquote hyperactive and was very shitty when we were younger. So it was hard to enjoy being around him as even junior high time, high school. He was hard to be around.
Oh, okay.
So I do feel bad about that similar sort of situation. And then I try to talk to him whenever possible. He just doesn't reciprocate very much, and he lives in Arizona. So, so whatever. But yeah, I have a similar sort of setup.
And the weird, I mean, it's not weird. It's just, I guess it's funny. In the end, as we've got past the age gap where it's now we're adults.
Yeah.
I would say he and I are probably more similar and aligned in more things than my sister and I, who were closer in age bracket.
Yeah.
Political beliefs, parental, I'm gonna say raising, parental guiding principles.
Yeah.
Having girls as children puts a perspective on things that we both have. Not that I don't have that with my sister, but being a father with a daughter, sharing some of those perspectives in the current climate is different than two women talking, or two women mothers talking or trading stories about their daughter. The perspectives are different.
Right.
He and I are not far off. In fact, we were talking about, because we've sort of done this, tap downs or told it specifically, the things that cause us or bother us as adults has moved since we were young. He's a cat dad kind of thing,
okay.
like loves animals. Kim, sister-in-law, is like a vet tech and then works with animals at UC Davis. We were talking about something in between holes, and he's like, the amount of things that like trigger me or give me like heart-wrenching compassion, like hurt me.
Yeah.
Like seeing a homeless person pushing a cart, or a dog, a lost dog on the street, or some sort of like a animal abuse situation, or pets in a hoarder's house kind of a thing. He's like, man, you go back 20 years and I wouldn't have even a think. Now I see just an image of something like that, and it absolutely just drops me to my knees like kryptonite. And I went, totally.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can think that I'm ready to get a dog until I see the two urns, 4 urns of the dogs on the desk that remind me of the happiness and the absolute agony of losing them.
Yeah.
Like, nope, I can't. And just
because you can't have one without the other.
Right. And then it just like, fuck. Here, like the eyes start to...
I'm out.
Yes, I'm out. Nope, I can't do it. And so it was funny to hear some of these stories after not having that kind of conversation in a long time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we have so many things in common. It's funny after having such a distance in time between us where we just didn't touch base to that degree. It was heartwarming, but there was also a little bit of like, fuck, but I've been missing out on some stuff, a lot of experiences.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck, I missed some boats.
Yeah,
but what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
like, you don't know until
it's like you sort of have to just realize it.
Yeah.
And if it's important, make it more important going forward.
Right.
That's all you can do.
Right. And it was funny because, you would like to think, it's you watch social media, depending on what your feed looks like, motivational posters and speakers and these get you riled up to take initiative or be assertive. Life shit doesn't always fit or work with the poster. It can make you think, and it can sound good, but the bottom line is there are more than a handful of things that I would love to make priorities, but the bottom line is I only have so much time. It's like, fuck.
Okay, Debbie Downer.
Right.
Shit.
Wait. So it's like, how do you? But that's part of the realization. It's like, I can love you, and you, and I could want to spend time with you, and you. But I have to work, and I have to work because I have to pay bills, and wife and children are the most important. And now it's time to go to bed, or fuck, my back hurts. Because the day before I went out and skateboarded or threw a disc too hard and my elbow hurts, or I went out and bike rode for half a fucking marathon and I'm fucking dehydrated and exhausted.
Yeah.
And what do you do? It would be awesome if
you never had to choose.
If you never had to choose, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Fuck. You and your son have kicked out, well, we're going to stop by and fucking go for, I am jazzed for an opportunity to go out for a bike ride.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a time, and I've seen this come and go is poor choice of words. I have had friend groups pre-ingress that have moved past me. Golf is one thing. Riding quads is another. Friend groups and circles that were equipped to do a thing extracurricularly.
Yes.
That
invited you to do the thing.
Right. Yeah. And then had to move on.
Because you couldn't do the thing.
Because I could never do the thing.
Yeah.
That's why the quad sat for so long. That's the second one. The Honda came and went.
Yeah.
The Raptor has come and gone.
You want to know what I think?
Okay.
I think sometimes you just have to make priorities for yourself.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's not that simple.
Right.
But sometimes it is. Sometimes you just have to go, you know what? I need to do something for myself right now.
Right.
Or I have said no enough, I have to say yes. Or, that kind of stuff. I think it's important for your own personal, not just you, but even for myself.
Mm-hmm.
When we started the Ingress thing,
mm-hmm.
when I started playing Ingress, I was desperately afraid of hanging out with people that I wasn't sure that I could commit time to.
Mm.
And so there were events that took place that, were everyone's invited to go to the movies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have anything to do. I was just afraid to go to the movies with everybody.
Oh, okay.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes, though, if it's important, you'll do the thing because it's important.
Sure.
And I think if you get caught up in... I'm not trying to bag on you. But if you get caught up in making excuses about how you don't have time or whatever, then you're going to do that more often.
Sure.
And then you're going to be the guy that is fuck, everybody moved on.
Right.
And I've had that happen for myself as well. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's just you, it's also myself. Mm-hmm. And some of it's for me personally, it's self degrading or
mm-hmm.
whatever, to the point where I have done it to myself and I don't have anybody. I've had the invite or whatever,
mm-hmm.
and I just chose like fear or being nervous about people or whatever it is. And then I backed away because I wasn't sure. And there's regrets there. And I think that if you do that stuff enough, then that's what ends up happening. You have to make the time sometimes to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. And I'm not saying this from a standpoint of I make the time, because I desperately do not always make the time.
Yeah.
And I know from a personal standpoint that I have suffered because I didn't do that. And the regret, right?
Sure.
That's the way I see it. But also, sometimes it's hard to get out of your own way to say yes to the thing.
Sure. Yes. And there are a lot of times where the thing that is a selfish thing for me is just a thing that I do with the kids or with Venus. So it does happen.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's honestly, it's I have a free slot. I'm doing something for me. And that something for me that makes me happy turns out is doing something with Piper, or with Xander, or with Venus.
Right.
And then it's like something comes along after hour, 2 hours, 1 day later, and it's like, well, fuck. Now I did take a moment for me, and now I'm out of time for another. It's like, fuck. If I do, there's a lot of second guessing. Sometimes, there are certainly opportunities or events that have passed because I was out of time. And then there are some things where opportunities or things passed because I chose something else that was for me that just involved not the thing that came up second.
Yeah. That's priority stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, do I regret spending 4 hours studying political science stuff so that way when Piper came to me on the next day to say, hey, can you help me study? Instead of going out to the movies, I have no regrets because I knew the next day that this time would pay out for the priority that was important, with Piper, Xander, or Venus, or whatever it was. And then you end up with the same, like almost the same kind of situation. I just ran out of time.
Right.
Which is why I am hoping retirement, right? Fuck.
Well, what happens for me too is a situation where I'm like worried that people in my family are going to be upset with me because I chose to go golfing, and that doesn't include them, or bike riding or whatever. But what I have found is more often than not, vastly different. More often than not, is that my wife is happy that I'm going to do something for myself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, cool. We'll have fun.
Venus is... I have never got a response from Venus where I said,
yeah,
I'm going to do a thing. And she went, well, I thought you would stay here with me. Or, should you really be doing that?
Right.
It is, thank God you're leaving the fucking house.
Well,
or... I'm glad you're doing that.
Your previous employment kept you in that room.
Yes.
For many hours.
Yes.
So, and plus being on call and having like this strange, you weren't Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. You were often working many more hours. And I think that's some of it. And if you get a new job that has way better work-life balance, you'll be free of that somewhat.
I hope so.
Right?
Yes.
That's my hope for you anyway.
This is going to turn into our introspective episode. So this leads into I didn't write it down. Oh, I did.
Well,
so
good.
yes.
Then we're not off schedule.
We're not off schedule. We're not off kilter because I actually had this on here just in case.
Yeah.
Today is Wednesday. Yesterday, Emily was here. So Piper's good friend, Jeep.
Yeah.
No longer Jeep, Subi. I call her second daughter, like Norse. So 2 D's, 2 T's, IR, second daughter. It's kind of funny. She was doing homework. Both her and Piper has a political science summer class, and I don't know what Emily's summer yeah.
Summer class.
I don't know what Emily's summer class is, but she's taking it at Sierra. It had something to do with Venn diagrams because she came into the office yesterday and she's like, I have a question about these Venn diagram arguments. And so I worked with her on that. It was super awesome. But prior to that, she was in Piper's room, and I walked down the hall, and I could hear her. They were asking for Venus, but she didn't have her ears in. She was cleaning the bathroom. So then as I walked down the hall, they're like, no, Dad, come here. Piper's dad. So I walked in, and Emily's got her laptop out. She's like, so I need to ask you a couple questions for this homework assignment. And she said, do you have any phobias?
Spiders. Right at the top of the list.
And I think I've said this before. There is a running joke in the group, the friend groups, multiple people, that the clowns is a thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny, haha. The bottom line is I don't really give 2 shits about clowns.
I fucking hate clowns.
They're irritating. But to say that I would immediately walk out of a room with clowns or
It's 100% correct.
Or clown dolls make me cringe, or creepy clown paintings. Like, it's not really a thing. I don't care for them, but a fear is not one of them.
Right.
And as she asked the question, she's doing homework.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? What is the honest answer to this question? So you don't have to say, but do you have one?
Yeah. Fucking spiders.
Do you?
I fucking hate spiders.
Absolutely. So you're like Argonaut, like deathly afraid.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't fucking like them.
Argonaut is the most, like when I think arachnophobia,
yeah,
Argonaut is 100% the guy that lives up to.
He's got a good pest control guy.
And that's yes. I don't know who it is. But my daughter is creepy crawlies, wants nothing of it.
Yeah.
Moths wants nothing of it.
Oh, they don't bother me.
I call them mosquito hawks. I don't know what their real genus, species thing
mosquito
is.
Eaters or whatever?
Mosquito eaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Daddy long legs.
Yes. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Any kind of
They're
spider.
harmless to humans.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
If I got a call from my daughter, in her bedroom that there was something for me to come and kill. It was a daddy longlegs next to her laptop. She was playing Baldur's Gate, and a daddy longlegs was crawling on the wall, and she calls me because she didn't want to do too much movement.
And have it move.
Father, there's something in here.
It just wants to play Baldur's Gate.
You need to come in here and kill it. I'm like, oh, shit, okay. I go in there and kill the spider.
We went to Lowe's, and the girls picked out some potted plants.
Yeah.
And we go to put them in my car.
Yeah.
And one of the fucking pots has tons of centipedes in it.
Oh, shit.
And they're all fucking crawling around in the dirt. And I'm like, that's not going in my car.
Yeah.
Because they'll end up in my car.
Right.
And I'm not having that shit. So Shanna, she sat there with it on the cart.
Yeah.
And she was, I don't even know, she had something in her hand that was like super skinny.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, those things you can stick in the dirt and they'll hold a plant up with a little half circle at the top?
Okay.
It was one of those she had just bought, and she's flicking them.
Oh, shit.
Flicking them. There had to have been 8, 12 of them in the bottom, in the dirt.
Right.
And I was fucking grossing the hell out. Yeah. And by the time she's done, there's a whole bunch of them just crawling around on the parking lot. And Melanie's mad because I'm going to end up driving over. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I am.
Yeah. I'm going to back the fuck up.
Yeah. I might back up and then roll and back up again and keep rolling.
This is a 4-tire event.
That's right. I got to get all 4 involved. So anyway.
Yeah. So
I feel it.
Oh, okay. So
I feel it.
Legit.
Yeah.
So I told her.
Yeah.
I told her failure. I have a fear of failure.
Okay.
And she was like, okay, so like, tell me like how you like, tell me about it. And I said, it can be anything, but really it's about
anything.
Like to approach a situation and come up short.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that is parenting or marriage or job
home repair,
job performance or projects. I said, and then the subsequent question was like, so what is the cause? Like what happens when the fear like meets headlong with like your like threshold? And I said, it's like a positional lock.
Yep.
It is a lack of decisions or movement until I can either prepare myself or get enough information that allows me to move forward to mitigate whether or not I'm going to tank the situation or the project or the whatever it is.
I'm glad you're saying this because honestly, I have that as well.
Yes. Loosely, we've talked about like the home project. I said so, and then the follow-up question was, so how do you get by, or how do you move forward past it? And I said, it is a lot of like information intake. I try to prepare myself as much as I can for the thing, to intake as much knowledge as possible or information or conversation as possible. And then when it gets to a point where I can move past it, I move past it.
When the comfort level is high enough.
Right. And she's like, so has it ever stopped you from something? I said, fundamentally, yes. The answer has to be yes.
Yes.
Do I have usually it's just a time delay. A home project or a Mima, an engine, right? An engine transplant. It needs to happen. I want it to happen. There's certainly a monetary hurdle there, but that is a huge risk. As a father, there are multiple things that come up. As a husband, multiple things that come up, and you're like, I want to prepare my children the best that I can. Am I doing the best that I can to prepare them for the things that are coming? And that is certainly husbanding or spousing is a thing that's always there. But I have found since I've been a father, that trying to be a father and not fail at it is the most apprehensive and anxiety-ridden thing that causes panic or anxiety. Like, what is I need more time to be able to better prepare my children to have a better opportunity than the things that I have.
And you only have a certain amount of time.
And I only have a certain amount of time. And this was just yesterday. So it was like, how do you? And they were, and as fucking whatever gen they are, they were both like, "Thank you for sharing." And so it was.
Well, how do you move on? One of the answers for that is necessity.
Right. And so one of the follow-up questions was, so, how do you get past it? And I said, fundamentally, there are things that have to happen where you just have to grin and bear it. Yeah. I said, I am not one to pick up a phone and make a call unless I take in enough input to know, like, how do I prepare for the conversation? Like, what kind of information are they going to need? So when they ask me, I don't go, and look like an idiot, and then they're judging me because I didn't have an answer that should be obvious, but I didn't have it. I said, there are certain situations where the husband, good friend, father predicates the fear. And it just like, nope, you pick up the call, you pick up the phone, and you just do the thing. Yeah. I said, I would love to have that superpower all the time because I think it would probably make me a better person all around. Yeah. But I said, it doesn't. But there are some things, I want to go to the Santa Barbara campus and walk around and talk about the things and ask questions and stuff like that. Oh, I'll do it. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I am completely uncomfortable with that situation, but I'm going to do it, and I will ask all the questions, and I will do all the things, and I will drive. I don't care. I'll fucking do it. Absolutely. Yeah. Where do you need me to go? Right. I'll do it. I'm in the hospital. I don't have this thing. I've never met you. Here's something. Here, I'll donate it. I don't care. Like, I'm comfortable. I have never met you first. Like, the amount of ingress, I got through a lot of that stuff with ingress. Yeah. It was, you have to go to a public place and meet a bunch of people and then convey a strategy plan and give directions to a bunch of strangers from all demographics, all walks of life, races, creeds, beliefs, political backgrounds. You don't know what. Yeah. And as a person that works from home, there is no water cooler. You have no coworkers. And to then stand in front of a bunch of people and deliver a message, deliver a strategy, was something that was like, but it's fun. And that helps me get over the thing. Yeah. And that it would appear that people didn't look at me as if I was speaking out of turn or speaking above my station. That was empowering. Yeah. So it was like, I can do this thing. Like that made it easier. Smoky Noms parties at the back of Mahaney. We're talking about food. I bring food. I feed people. All of those things helped get me past the social anxiety of, okay, but now we need to talk business. Yeah. And the business is destroying the E&Ls. And like, how do we do that? Right. There are behaviors and patterns. And Ingress was good for that. Yeah. It was good for me to have that. Yeah. But that doesn't... failure is everywhere. Yep. Anyway.
No, it is. Yeah. And I have that too. I have a door casing I need to repair that I'm deathly afraid of. I'm like totally stuck on the mental part of it. Yeah. The big one too was the drywall repair in the bathroom that I got done. I just haven't painted it yet because I have to go buy paint. That doesn't scare me. Like fucking paint whatever. Yeah. But drywall repair and like having it match and sand and look like the rest of the wall, and that was scary. Hadn't really done that before. Yeah. But I have those sort of things too, but also I don't get caught up so much with the parenting part. It's projects where I'm worried that, oh, if I fuck this up, Now I got to pay a guy.
Oh, yeah.
To like come in and clean up after me, and I don't want to do that. That's fucking total failure. And so that's the stuff that makes me worry more than anything else. I think with the parenting stuff, it's like you do what you can do, and whatever happens, and you just do the best you can. And that's how I've always looked at it. I don't know, but like other stuff where it's like going to make me shell money out of my pocket. I think those are the big ones.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if I tear this door apart and try, I might get it in there, but maybe the door won't close, or maybe this, you know what I mean? Like, there's stuff like that like makes me worry. I mean, I'm not that dumb, but like also I've never done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of shit worries me a lot.
Yeah.
The misters on the compressor unit out back.
Yeah.
That one really had me stressed.
Oh, yeah.
Opening up the electrical part of it and trying to figure out where I was going to be getting my solenoid power from.
Right.
That really worried me.
Yeah.
That really worried me.
Yes.
I figured it out.
Some AC guy was going to have to come out and be like, so what were you trying to do? It looks like you cut these wires, sir.
I didn't cut any wires, but I didn't want to have a situation where I like hooked up some wires and then suddenly our AC no longer works.
Sure.
And
your wife was like, why doesn't the AC work? And you're like, well,
you see, I was working.
I was trying to put water. And so yeah,
sure. So, those are the ones that get me. The ones where I feel like they might ruin my pocketbook, financial decisions, or like I always joke about, like, I want a swimming pool in the backyard. I could probably just dig one. I could probably dig it myself. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's never going to happen. But
you could just rent one of those little Bobcat backhoe things and just start.
Getting it into my backyard would be the big challenge, because I would probably have to tear fences out. But like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not a pool contractor. So
hole. Concrete.
How hard can it be?
Yeah.
You dig a hole.
Yeah.
You line it with some fucking rebar.
Right.
You hire a gunite guy to come and you shoot gunite into it.
Just
how hard is that?
I've seen bad Taco Bell night. You just pointed at a wall with rebar on it. Duh.
So those are the ones that get me, but I think phobia wise, like bugs, spiders in general.
I was trying to think of something that generally, like along the line of spiders or heights or clowns or cherubs or something like that.
Yeah.
I was kind of drawing a blank. So I'm like, well,
are you not afraid of heights?
No.
Oh,
everyone in the house, Piper is. Everyone Emily was talking about how she's got a trip in August where she's going to Hawaii with her mom, and she's going to skydive. And there was a whole talk about skydiving. I'm like, fuck, I'll go. And Venus was like,
oh, hell no.
Piper, absolutely, positively, without a doubt, absolutely not. No, not even close. And then Venus was like, I don't want you to go because I would worry about the repercussions of what would happen if something went wrong.
Yeah.
That would be her fear is an outcome of me doing something.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'd try it. I'd give it a shot.
A few years ago, Shanna's brother, I think he was like trying to put into a new chapter in his life. Like he had just gotten a divorce and there was some stuff going on. And part of that was he went down to
Davis,
Stockton or wherever, off of 5 somewhere, or 99, where they have the jump school. And he skydove there.
Yeah.
And that blew my mind, because I would have never thought that he would have done that.
Yeah.
But he did it. And I mean, good for him. I don't know that I don't think I could jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
bridges give you any kind of apprehension?
Heights do get to me a little bit, and more as I get older, actually.
Really?
There's been times where it's like I like lean over. Oh shit! Whoa, that's higher than wow. And it makes me like sort of grab on a little bit, like damn, like
whoa,
like
there we go.
Yeah. The last time we went to Glacier Point,
yeah,
get up there and kind of like lean into the rock wall or the railing or whatever and kind of looked, oh shit. And like when I was a kid, that didn't fucking bug me at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as I get older, I'll actually get like the tummy sinking feel, like, oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hang on to this right here because that was fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as I get older, or even the roof, getting up on the roof, I'm like, oh shit.
Take it easy now.
Get the foot up and get the knee down and the next knee.
I'm going to make 4 trips because I'm not carrying this blower down and the compressor and the broom and the fucking gutter napper, whatever.
I cleaned the roof with the pressure washer, like it was like maybe 2 years ago. And getting the pressure washer and the hose all up on the roof and the wand with the pressure washer hose and the water hose and the power up there. That was,
a thing.
Yeah. And then also getting down off the roof is what the fuck? Hey, Shan, get her on the phone. Hey, okay, come out and hold the fucking ladder. Okay.
I know Fu usually comes over when you're in the attic, but I need you to come here.
Don't go in the attic because I'll never get off this roof and I'll die up here.
Yeah, don't go in the attic.
Yeah, even though on the front of the house, I could probably jump off the roof and be okay, maybe.
Just tumble. Just protect the spine.
So yeah, heights get me as I notice as I get older, the heights kind of get to me. So, but I don't have any real. I mean, just fucking spiders, man. Spiders and snakes. Oh no.
No snakes? Like Indiana Jones' fear of snakes?
I don't like snakes. And I knew somebody in high school that had a python, like in a glass, like a big 50-gallon glass
aquarium,
doodad. And they would like throw mice in there for it to eat, Yeah.
And
every once in a while, they'd get it out and like,
hey, you want to hold my snake?
Yeah, and it was the snakes are like, when you're looking at them in the eye, they're dead.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell what they're thinking, what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Are they pissed? Do they not like me?
Right.
There's no indicator.
There's no feedback.
Yeah. There's no indicator of what the snake is going through mentally, that at any point you just feel like they could go, oh, I'm here. And whoosh, they're just on your face.
Right.
And that really doesn't jive with me at all because you can't tell.
You can't make a read. And so nope. That's a hard pass.
Yeah, and the way they slither and their scales. That snake got out of its cage with fucking bricks on the top. I don't know how the hell it got out. It got out of its cage and went down into the hall, and they had a built-in cabinet in the hall, and it got up into a hole in between the wall and the cabinet and got stuck there. And they had to tear the cabinet out of the wall in order to get the snake out.
Yeah, no.
I mean, my dog doesn't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's happy to sit on the couch with me, and I can see when he's looking at me that he just loves me.
Hard pet fail on a snake stuck in the cabinet.
Yeah. I don't want that. So, did you do anything good this week? Did you ride the Can-Am or
I did not.
Can-Am?
I have on here. Did you make any new shit from a social media content?
Did I make? What does that mean?
Did you make any recipe new to you that you saw off Instagram or TikTok?
No, not this weekend. But we did go blueberry picking on Saturday.
My wife told me she saw that from your wife's Instagram.
Yeah, up at Apple Hill area.
Did you make anything with the blueberries?
Not yet.
What are you going to make?
Don't know.
Oh.
It was as one of the it's just one of those things. My wife was like, "Oh, I got us tickets to go blueberry picking on Sunday," and I'm like, "Oh, that's fucking random."
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we drove up to Apple Hill, and it was hot as shit, and
picked
they gave us
blueberries,
buckets, and just walked down the aisles and picked blueberries. It was pretty picked over. I think it was the last weekend for picking for the You Pick It, kind of thing. It was fun, but it was hot, and
Did you get enough blueberries to make something?
I think we got like 3 or so pounds of blueberries between the three of us.
Yeah.
But I got to a point where like I was done. The heat was too much. I found a picnic bench, and I just chilled, and I could see the girls off in the distance, and eventually they showed up, and we said, "Let's go."
You're like, have fun.
Well, they were. I mean, that's fine. If they're having fun, go have fun. But they were marching back because they were all so hot.
Yes. As one does.
So, yeah.
I have this for you. It's a belated Father's gift.
What?
Father's Day gift.
It says,
I don't know what the bag says.
It says Dream Apparel.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
is this underwear?
It's a very small. It's the world's smallest thong. So I don't know if you've heard of this.
Okay. No, I have not.
Okay.
Don't fucking die.
Right. So it's a bell.
All right.
Now, I got this.
All right.
This is a motorcycle thing.
Okay.
But it translates to bikes.
Are we talking about mountain biking?
Yes.
Okay.
You are under no obligation
to put this on my bike?
To put this on your bike. I have put it on my bike.
Okay.
And I did that because I found you should never put your own bell on your own bike. You should be given the bell. So the Can-Am has a bell, and the Heimdall has a bell. Both were given to me by Venus.
Okay.
So usually you have to be given it.
Okay.
It has two folds. On motorcycles, it's to protect you from the road gremlins that would
kill you.
Right. It's like Murphy's Law,
yeah,
superstition shit.
Yeah.
Both the motorcycle and the Can-Am have one.
Yeah.
On a mountain bike, I feel it's twofold. One, gremlins, superstition, why not? But we've been out at Folsom a number of times, and the mountain bikers coming down the trail with a bell on and not having to yell, coming down,
yeah,
2 more behind, 1 behind, or that type of thing, because perhaps they're worried about braking or making a turn, or they're in over their head and they're worried about just not fucking crashing.
Yeah.
The bell announces where you are and a location. Also, if you just flat out fucking forget.
Yeah.
I would not ride my bike on a trail or anywhere else without having it, because
I don't know if I could have that sound going all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't always ring. If you're in cycle,
yeah,
it doesn't. Like if you're cruising, it doesn't ring.
But if you're on a rocky
if you
trail,
are on a hard, no, I was on a number of places, even bumpy, and it doesn't always ring. You could just, if you can deal with it, you can deal with it.
Right.
If not, don't worry about it. But you have one because it was given to you.
Okay, thank you. Don't fucking die.
And it says, don't fucking die.
Yeah.
I have the same one, don't fucking die, on mine.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. Because you've been given one, mine doesn't solve that problem, but I will never ring a bell, and I will continue, because I'm new to this again, as you are. In running, it's easy to know when someone's behind you. Cross country, I'm not worried about crashing or speeding, so I would be like 1 behind. If I'm running somewhere on a trail and Venus was behind me or something, 1 behind. On a mountain bike, there are a number of times where I had not thought that that's something, a courtesy that I should be remembering.
Yeah.
If all else fails, the ringing announces your presence on blind curves. And since I saw it happen at Folsom, a number of times doing one botany stuff, but one kayaking or kayaking, paddling.
Yeah.
Out there doing ingress shit. Why not? Like, you will know, even on a blind stuff, if I don't know you're there and I don't say something like 2 more or 1 behind, if you hear me ringing, you know that I can make an adjustment on where I'm at in my path or your path.
So one of the YouTube mountain biker guys that I sort of watch, he's a local guy. He has a noisy hub. So intentionally noisy hub. He bought a hub that was loud. So when he freewheels, it's very clicky and noisy to the point to where you can really hear it in his videos when he's riding. And he goes, that's why I have, he goes, sometimes it's annoying that the loud hub, but that's one of the things I like about it is that it sort of announces your presence as you roll up behind somebody. And I have had that happen on a couple rides where it's like, there's people walking and they're going the same way that I am. They're not aware that I'm there and I'm coming up pretty quick because I'm on a bike.
Right.
And I can yell, but I don't want to startle them. There's part of it's that too. And so what I end up doing is overcompensating and like maybe riding into the grass around them to the left, and then when they see me, they flinch anyway.
Right.
So that's, and I'm like, sorry, you know.
Yeah. A number of times when I was doing marathon training or stuff, that same protocol happens even when you're running.
Yeah.
You have a couple or a single that is walking in the middle of the fucking path.
Yeah.
Come on, man, pick a side.
Yeah.
And you were coming on at a pace where you were clearly going to overtake them. And when I get within, 3 to 4 paces and you haven't moved, I would start clapping.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of please get the bell. Now, when I had mine on, when I did I think I rode Saturday. I went out and around. It was hot as balls. I didn't really run into anybody.
Yeah.
But it was jingling. Like it was unmistakable.
Yeah.
When I am on the pedal, unless I'm like, I was playing like a mini game, like, can I pedal like in sequence with the bell and not get it to
ring?
Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, there's a little mini game here. Like, certainly when cruising, it would just hang and not do anything at all. But if I was on pedal and I was stroking it, hey, hashtag Ulanzi, not a sponsor. You would know.
Yeah.
It's a loud bell.
Yeah.
You would know.
If you're on a trail, it's going to be dinging a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, so belated Father's Day.
Well, thank you.
Like I said, I've given one to Dave. When Dave got his motorcycle. I gave a bell. Now, I don't know
if that was Greg's motorcycle that he bought. Yeah.
I don't know if he's hung it. I told him same deal.
Okay.
Like, this only works, superstition-wise, if someone gives you the bell. So that's why Venus had to get me a new one for the Can-Am.
I see.
Of which it's... And you want to... mine is hanging from the fucking crank. It's the lowest...
Bottom bracket?
Yes. The lowest possible point is its most effective gremlin snatching performance capabilities. You want to hang it from the lowest possible point that you can.
All right.
But
so from my balls.
Right. But if you're not a bell guy, like I told Dave, you aren't going to hurt my feelings if you don't fucking hang it.
Yeah.
But this is certainly a European thing. Like you will see if you ever get fed or peruse.
I'm going to be looking this up now.
Bike content.
Yeah.
The bells hanging.
Bells on you.
Is a thing. I ran across some guy's random Can-Am thing, and he had a little bell. It's not mentioned. It's just a superstitious. I don't know where it started, but a lot of it sources from Europe, UK.
Well, it's don't fucking die.
Right. And they come in all kinds of things. So mine has, the one that Venus got me is a lion's head, which I think I'm going to call the Can-Am Graldus, which is my D&D lion character. But it has a lion's head on it, and it's roughly the same size.
Okay.
It's a bigger bell. So you can, I can't remember what Dave, I think the one I got Dave is a Canadian maple leaf.
Oh, that's
for
funny.
Nat.
Yeah.
As a joke, haha. I don't think it says anything. So there was a joke there, and again, I don't know. If Nat is listening.
I want to know if Nat rides on the back.
Yeah. Nat.
That's what I want to know.
Do you ride on the back of Dave's motorcycle? She maybe find it funny that there's a Canadian flag bell that could be hanging from Dave's motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
All right. Thank you. I'll think about it.
We're near time. The last thing that I have is Ted, friend to me, but a longtime friend and acquaintance to you.
Yeah.
Roughly 30 days or a couple weeks ago, they had a terrible fire.
They did.
I don't know. I am not going to regurgitate his daughter made a GoFundMe link.
Oh.
And he posted it maybe a couple weeks ago on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook a lot, but I did run across it. I will say I have not checked in with Ted one-on-one.
Yeah, I did.
Since he announced, or since I saw Ann's post first.
Yeah.
Then some time went past, and I thought I didn't know how to approach Ted, but we talked about it. Your son pointed it out, and I saw Ann's post. And then I saw Ted repost that his daughter started a GoFundMe. I don't know. I presume insurance is going to help them out and recover, but I don't know for certain. But I do know that his daughter started a GoFundMe to help them get back on their feet, get Ted or the family out of whatever situation that they're in. I personally will post the GoFundMe link in the YouTube description, so that if you are someone that has some money to donate, you can leverage that. I have not talked with Ted about doing this, so they're a family. He has lost.
He's been through it, man.
He has lost a lot.
Yeah.
I will tell you that I have donated. It didn't look like it was getting a lot of traction, so I'm not sure if there's another GoFundMe or if a number of people haven't seen his post. Like I said, I don't actively scrub Facebook, but I did run across it.
Yeah.
So I did donate.
I didn't know there was a. I don't look at Facebook.
Right, and you've reached out directly.
Yeah.
So
I messaged him the weekend following hearing about it.
Yeah. So if you are someone that has some to give, I would ask that you give consideration to looking at the YouTube episode and the GoFundMe link. You do not have to. You are not obligated to. You probably don't know Ted.
Ted's a guy that we tried at some point to try and figure out how to get him on the show.
Right.
And he lives in Tennessee. So
I have a coin from Ted
Yeah.
that says brother on it. Ted is an acquaintance that I met through Ingress. Ted is a good person by all accounts to me and to my family.
Yeah.
His family have always been has hosted my family at his house. They did move away, but that doesn't disconnect that I think Ted is a fantastic person, a fantastic father, and is doing the best that he can in the face of a tragedy and losing a home. So that's it. That's the spiel. If you have an opportunity to see the YouTube episode Sad Dads Club podcast. The link will be in there. I presume we could probably do that in the other socials, but we don't have to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
That's it. If you're in California, Northern California, I hope you're staying out of the heat.
And don't go anywhere near that fucking...
Yeah, the fireworks.
The fireworks.
You know what's funny? Support your if you're looking to celebrate the 4th of July in the northern part of California, fireworks are probably in short supply. And there are a number of fireworks stands that would be happy to sell you what they have because a lot of it has been prepaid. A lot of those things are fundraisers for schools and activities and arts programs or civic fundraisers.
I think the fireworks facility that went up was more commercial grade.
Oh, was it?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah. I believe so.
Well, if not, if you're looking to purchase some fireworks.
I mean, I think those fireworks have already been distributed anyway, so it's not like they're... even if it came from that facility, which I doubt, those fireworks had already made it to all the stands around town.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone was waiting on anything. You know what I mean? So
listen, man, you're ruining my agenda and trying to drum up business for Woodcreek High School band.
Go get Woodcreek High School. Where's their...
I don't know if it's...
Where are they selling it?
It's the Bel Air Shopping Center over off of Foothills. Across from... Listen, there's...
Foothills and Woodcreek?
There's like Phantom Antique... I don't know which one they are.
Oh, you got to ask.
Look for the Ford F-150 with the Dallas Cowboys tailgate next to the stand.
Well, usually they have a sign out front.
Yes. Woodcreek High School.
At the Rayleighs at Bel Air and... Or, I'm sorry, the Rayleighs at Foothills and Woodcreek.
Foothills and Baseline. It's that over by the donuts.
The Bel Air then.
Yes.
Okay.
The Bel Air.
The Bel Air on Foothills and Baseline.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and or whoever is not around. If you're not that close, then most of those are supporting fundraisers for high schools or some other good cause.
Yeah. Yeah. They usually need the money.
Yeah.
Especially if it's for high school. They don't get any money.
Right. The test platform down here that's cooling our legs.
Yeah.
Because fireworks stands, you can't have generators.
You can't?
No, because black powder, engines, combustion. This is battery powered. So Venus has a shift as part of like her volunteering for Woodcreek Band on the 4th itself.
Oh, geez.
So she's taking this because it will do misting and it's battery powered.
Yeah.
So she will be able to sit there in a chair and facilitate fundraising needs for Woodcreek High School.
I don't have a horse in that.
No, no, you don't.
So,
the hashtag not a sponsor.
No, for sure.
Absolutely not.
No. Why would they? They need the sponsor.
Right. That's it. I've covered most of the important things.
All right.
Hey, if you're listening, Ted, I love you. I hope you're doing okay.
Yeah.
And on that note, you should wash your ass.
Wash your hands.
Return the cart.
Check your oil, Tony.
Stay up to date on your shots.
Make the call if you need to.
Register to vote and vote, please.
Wear a helmet.
Pick up a broom.
And do the kindness.
And we'll catch you next week. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for listening, everybody.